Coverdale and John Lord formed Whitesnake by way of Deep Purple in 1978. Now, since then, they've produced 5 albums, by far the most successful being their latest self-titled effort, which has already given us the #1 Here I Go Again. Paul McGrath of the Journal talked with David.
I do my best to meet people. It's the only way you find out if you're touching them. I don't judge success in units, you know. It's the only way I learn. When I started Whitesnake many years ago, I made a strict rule that we should stay behind after a show to meet as many people as possible, like bring them in a dozen at a time for autographs and how did you enjoy the show and stuff. And I learned all over again until he got too big to do that. But if we bump into people in the street or whatever, you know, yeah, everybody's welcome. I have the greatest respect for the audience. You know, I don't mind. I set myself on a platform to be applauded or criticized, and it's usually criticism in the press. But, you know, the biggest thing that I abhor is when the press is ignorant about the audience, how easily sold they are and stuff, because I have the greatest respect for them, and very little for most of the critics, having met most of them. Fantasy is a big part of it. Well, it's part of my fantasy. Whose fantasy isn't to be in a rock band? You know, the generation before was everybody wanted to be Clint Eastwood, you know, Charles Bronson. At least this is a little more artistic than going around butchering people on cinema. You know, this is an instrument. It's people learning to play. I mean, the Beatles apparently were an indication of 3/4 of the world picking up an instrument. I mean, that was enough to make them immortal in my book. I mean, what an influence. I mean, with all the masters like Beethoven, Bach and stuff, they weren't an influence to me. I'd dine out on them now. But, I mean, the influence for me to pick up a guitar was Jimi Hendrix, the Stones, the Yardbirds. Everything should be looked at as a key to another door, to open another door to go in and to look around. And I don't believe people are as blind as they're made out to be. People should be encouraged to express themselves as people, not encouraged to buy 2 cars and stretch the mortgage payments, you know.
What do you say to those people who have used you to open another door?
Well, I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right. You see, the thing is, I can't tell anybody to do anything. I just write my songs. I'm expressing myself, and my experiences aren't unique by any means. So if people can identify with it, because I don't believe people are buying this album because it's fashionable. Not at all. I think they're buying it because it's good rock and roll, it's good songs.
I think a lot of kids do come here looking perhaps to find some sense of, some idea of a direction, a place to go. What do you offer them?
I offer them therapy, the same as they give me. It's a release. If whatever people can get out of a piece of art or work, creative work, it's up to them. I'm not going to tell people what to look for. I left art college because I got tired of spending 3 weeks to a month, if not 3 months, on a painting. And have people say, well, it looks very nice, David, but, you know, what are you trying to say? And I found I could express myself immediately, spontaneously, by just bursting into a song or whatever. And that was the ticket for me. I found that. It's my passion to do what I do.
Mm-hmm. It's been said that...
I think that everybody, I would always encourage everybody, not necessarily to pick up an instrument, but to express themselves in drawing or painting or writing. You know, anything, poetry, whatever. And don't let anybody put you down. Just get it out of your system.
Can't you feel